Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to... The Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. That second down run, a big help. His 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Yellow, yellow. Check tight, check tight, check tight. Yellow, 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 yellow.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. Well, this is caught by Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down.
Hey, 43, 15. Push it back. Hey, Mike's 50.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott now. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 31 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Forbath able to convert the extra point. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Kansas City getting the football back here. This is a team ranked 6th overall in the NFL in offense. They were 5th in passing, but just 23rd in rushing. And we talked about Mahomes earlier, but how much do you think they need to run the ball to be effective in the Super Bowl?
Just enough to keep San Francisco's attention. Get those sprinter stances out of those defensive ends and defensive tackles on every snap. And they'll do it with Damian Williams, their running back, but they also will receivers. Tyreek Hill. He'll do jet sweeps and maybe some option pitches. Don't forget McCole Hardman. He'll run the ball as well. And Travis Kelce. A lot of times it won't be a running play. It'll be a pass in the statistics, but be that little shovel pass behind the line of scrimmage. Do those things, keep San Francisco's attention, and then at the end of the day, you rely on number 15 throwing the football downfield.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes flush to his right. It's Hill, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st down, Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 44 yards away. And the kick by Butker is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Dallas takes over possession. It was a tough year in Big D. This was a team with Super Bowl aspirations in training camp. Got off to the 3-0 start. Got Zeke signed and in the fold, but then the wheels started to come off from that 3-0 record. 5-8 the rest of the way for an 8-8 finish. Not enough to win a down it. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 77 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Forbath, the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. That's complete. It's Bell. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, 47. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Sponge. No. Here we go, 46. Mike 56. Mike 56. 26.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And they'll get this down to the 10. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Chidobe Awuzie got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 70 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
I got you.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We go 47. 56 to Mike. Watch QB drop. Under. QB drop. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. It's complete to Williams. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes got his man. It's Williams. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Check 4. Hey, 15.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Finding Williams once more, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Hey, kill. Kill. 47. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Target. 56. Mike. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. 23 yards, the final tally. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Elliott a first down and more. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
It's just me and you. It's just
Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Mike, yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
53. Mike.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays
Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook